You're looking for professional day trading education and high level trade analysis and dissection, you have come to the right place. My name is Pat Mitchell, and I have been a professional day trader for the past 11 years, and I'm here to bring you exactly that free professional day trading education, all right here on YouTube and on X. So let's get into it. We're going to be going over a few trades that I took here today, which is usually one more than pretty much my max. I don't like over trading, what I consider over trading. You should be able to get the job done in one or two trades, but today was just full of absolute monstrous opportunities. And we're going to go over entries, trade plans, exits, P&L, the charts, everything. So stay tuned. Let's rock and roll. I am just going to pull up my screens. I hope you all had a wonderful day. And there we go. Let's rock and roll. So the trade plan here was to either go long into this 586.84 level or short into this 589.08 level here on SPY, and short first into pre-market highs, essentially starting here. Now, this one, I gave a detailed plan that you will have to add a certain way. And that's the trade I took. And I also took this trade short as well, but we'll go over that here in a minute. Plus a long into SPY. So lots to go over here this evening. Let's cover this Q's trade. So Q's at my first initial entries, you're going to look at that and you're going to be like, man, that seems really far away. But what you may not or fail to realize if you're watching this and you're not there is a certain sizing protocol and method that I use if I have to risk a little bit wider. So I start in very small coming into this 517.39, which is the high of day from yesterday on Qs. This is the previous close, and this here is where I start. So start as it comes up. Let me draw this out. That way it's nice and easy for you guys to follow along. So market opens up, it pops into here. I start in very small. And then you can see that my ads are very methodical. As it pops into these ranges, that's where I'm adding. Next ad. When it comes into pre-market highs, that's my next ad. And then once it starts to confirm and SPY is topping out up here, that's where I get my final add in. That's where I get my size in. Now, once it starts coming in, being nice and patient, waiting for it, and start paying myself all the way up from my top entry to best sell is roughly a 100% move. Now, think about that. That's not something rare. That's something that happens, generally speaking, at least once a week and multiple times a week. And then on this one here, the trade and the trade plan for members that might not be comfortable with doing this yet because they're very new was to execute as it breaks this level and pop back up, which is what we got in here, which is my final ad. It's a very quick trade, but we're only looking to get it back into lows. So plan completely came together, an absolutely beautiful plan on this. And this is something that I want to really point out to you guys. It's not just me having the ability to execute these trades. Because of the way that I do my trade plans, I release these trade plans and all of these levels are struck prior to the market open. We go over a detailed plan of attack at 9 a.m. East. So I want to show you guys something now, just really quickly. Just bear with me because it's worth it. So this is chat from earlier today, and these are all the members and the exact same entries I have all the way down, guys. Absolutely fantastic. These are members. These are real people. These are people just like you that have put their faith in me to help them get their shit together with their trading, and it's working. It's so hard to convey to people, and I'm not going to go off on too much of a rant here. Adam and I were talking this evening. It's like it's so hard to get through to people because they've been burned so many fucking times by these frauds and these assholes out there that don't know what the fuck they're doing. And then there's a guy that actually has not only an entry strategy, but an exit strategy, a risk strategy, a management strategy, a sizing strategy, all of this super easy to follow and blueprinted and laid out for you to do. All you have to do is literally follow it. I give you the trade plans, we execute together, and we crush. And if I could only get through to people, they wouldn't have to struggle. I see people that are trading nonsensical strategies, making comments on my channel, and they're not trading anything like what I'm doing, but yet they're watching these videos. It's like, why not just do something that a proven professional has done for the past decade? That works. That works. Why do you need to make it yours? It's an ego thing. It doesn't need to be yours. I've said this a million times. If somebody could have shown me how to do this at the beginning, I would have followed them off the edge of the earth. That's how dedicated I was. And it's like, for people not to do that because they want to say that their strategy is theirs is fucking ridiculous. It's so stupid. Why would you want to struggle on something that's yours and spin your wheels, and it works in some markets but not others, and you piss around? Red trades, green trades, red trades, green trades. It's like this perpetual cycle of like bullshit. Or you could just simply join a service that can actually show you how to do this legitimately, fully and completely. It's so weird to me. But that was Q's. Q's was a hell of a trade. I locked in $5,974 on that. Let me clear up this chart. And then we have SPY. SPY short, exact same trade, but this one triggered right into the level. And you can see, and it reflects with my entries, the trade plan on SPY was to wait for that level. Not like Q's going into pre-market highs, but we have to start here at yesterday's highs because that is our first valid level of resistance. And it's within a tolerable amount of risk. It's a little bit wide. Sure, it's a little bit uncomfortable, but it's going to work. Why? Because I've seen this shit 1,000 times unfold, more than that, 10,000 times, 20,000, 50,000 times throughout the years. So executed SPY short coming into that level. Now you may be confused by looking at this. These are puts. I trade options. Don't let that freak you out. Every time I mention options, people are like, oh, I don't know anything about options. You don't need to know anything about options. I don't trade options like options. I don't trade options in the traditional sense. If you can execute a trade on a stock, you can execute the trade via my strategy, period. Absolutely guaranteed. You're not going to have a problem with it. You don't need to learn anything new other than just the strategy. And it is a stock strategy executed via options. So it's quite simple. And on SPY, again, almost a 100% trade from entry to best sell, locking in an additional $3,765. Beautiful trade on that. And then we have SPY racing down into this previous close. It's an absolute gimme trade. And I wasn't going to take it. And I would have smoked those entries a little bit better. But as it was coming down, I was like, no, I don't think I'm going to end up executing that. And then I gave my head a shake, and it's like, yes, of course, I'm absolutely going to execute that. So executed the trade. It was a quick in and out. As this, I even said that it was going to be a small body or doji day by the end of the day. And I said that at 9:40 a.m., 10 minutes into the market open. I already knew this would be a doji day and a small body candle day. That's it. So locked in an additional, on top of that monstrous day, another $1,760, all stress-free, easy peasy. And not only am I executing these trades, but clients are and traders are executing these exact trades with ease. With ease. So if you want to learn how to become a legitimate, proven, professional day trader that can replicate these types of trades day in and day out, no matter what the market's doing, I don't care if it's 5 years from now, 20 years from now, this strategy is going to work. It has worked flawlessly for the past 11 years, and it'll continue to do so. Why? Because it is a flawless strategy. I've put my heart and soul into this strategy, and it's perfection personified. That's what it is. So if you want to, come to tricktrades.com. If not, if you don't want to join a service, you want to continue watching my free stuff, that's great, but you do have to like and you do have to subscribe. And watching my free stuff is great, but it's going to take you longer. So if you feel like you have all the time in the world to make this happen for you, by all means, continue watching this free, my free education. If not, join Tricktrades at tricktrades.com, and we will see you guys there, and we'll see you tomorrow. Adios.